Hello and welcome to Eye of the Beholder by Strategic Simulations Incorporated and Westwood. This is a official Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer product. Made in 1988, I want to say, although it did say 1990 there, I don't know. That might be a patch or something like that. And they think they've found a solution. We commission you to find the nature of this evil and destroy it. Prepare for the dangerous journey. This game is a dungeon crawler, a classic grid-based dungeon crawler. We have a 3D view. Begin your search below the city. We have a 3D view, but we move in a grid. So when we press forward, we move one square forward and so on. We have them. Their fate is sealed. So this is Eye of the Beholder, one of my favorite dungeon crawler games. I played it when I was when it came out. It was great, and yeah, we're going to start a new party and things like that. But we're going to also, if you bear with me a second here, we're going to also swap the screen around to this. And we're going to add a map here, a automap feature, so that you can more easily keep track of where we're at and things like that. Hopefully that'll help out a bit. Before we can see the map, though, we have to start a new party. We have to add some characters. We're going to, so you can select all sorts of races here, the classical ones. We're going to create, of course, Saga first here. She could be a paladin, actually. Although I tend to go with fighters and mages. Like, I tend to go with the basic classes here. No, we'll make her a paladin. It's nice to have a bit of extra healing. And we can modify these stats. We just need to find a good looking picture for her. That's a pretty good one. And then we can modify these. And you know, we're planning to run the entire series here, and the game gets quite ridiculously hard here after a while. Or the following games. So I might have pressed a bit too long there. So we're going to try and have good stats for her. For all of our characters, in point of fact. Something like that. I mean, she's a paladin, she needs to have charisma, wisdom, and strength. And dexterity and con, I think everybody needs to have that, really. Oh yeah, and we can also max out her hit points to begin with. So we start at level 3, so we have 3d10, so that's 30, plus 4 for our con bonus here, each level, so 14 per level we can get. Are we sure we want to have that face though? We didn't go through them all. That's a pretty good face, let's go for that. And yeah, it's Saga. Next up, we need a cleric. We're going to go for Gunther, the fighter cleric. Alignment does not matter in this game. We'll make him neutral good, fine. This is a good Gunther picture. Modify his stats. So as a cleric, he needs good strength, wisdom. That's it. So we'll max out the ones he needs and put 10 in the other ones, right? That's our general strategy here. And dwarves can have only 17 dexterity, but they can, on the other hand, have 19 constitution, so he can get lots of hit points here from the beginning for a fighter cleric. So he's dual classed, so I think he gets the average of a d8 and a d10, so he gets 9 plus 5. That doesn't really add. I don't remember. Gunther. Alright, so we need a mage and a thief. We can make a half-elf female fighter thief, which is going to be true neutral. That's a good picture for her. Thieves, well, I guess really, if we think about this for a second here. 5 wisdom, eh? They need dexterity, and they need intelligence to some extent, but they also need strength, right? To be able to do a bit more damage and hit things in melee and things like that. So we'll raise her strength up to 1800 as well. It doesn't really, the stats doesn't really matter that much, to be honest. You might think I'm cheating. If so, let me know in the comments. And I'm pondering here, might as well chuck that in at 18 as well. And we're keeping her, and her name is Vera, right? And finally, we need our mage. We're going for a male elf, straight up mage, who can be chaotic good, as I think elves tend to be. That's a pretty good one. That's a very elfy one. That's a pretty good one too, but I think we'll go for the first one there that we saw. That one, I like that one. So he doesn't need strength, he does need a buttload of intelligence though, and he needs all the dexterity he can get and all the constitution he can get. Although as an elf you can only have 17. Okay, 18 hit points. And his name is Baron, as is tradition. Now I don't know. 29, 28, 42. Yeah, this is our party. Let's play. Okay, and if we then go ahead and save the game straight away, we should be able to bring up the minimap here after we've saved. So let me faff around with that for a little bit here. So the idea here is we have our characters here on the right hand side. We have our viewport here. We have stuff that we can pick up on the ground. We can click on things. Fallen rocks block the way, and we get some messages down here in the bottom. This is our inventory, like this, and this is our character info. And we can use the keys here, or the buttons here, to move around, and that might make it more visible for you guys. So I'll try and do that. I hate doing it though. It's super irritating. So we can turn, and we can strafe, I guess. So that's some lockpicks. We can pick up bones here. And we might want to do that because we can then later on resurrect these fellas to gain additional companions. So as you can see, we can click on buttons and things. And when we fight, we have to use the mouse here, and they can't reach in the back row. And as you can see here, the map then updates as we go along. So if I step forward, the map will update with the next tile and things like that. So we're the green arrow, basically. That's what I'm saying. All right. And so I guess in this first video, I think we are going to try and explore as much as we can of the first map here. I think we should be able to explore it fully. It's not very big, first level. So we are basically in the sewers underneath Waterdeep, the city of Waterdeep, the great city of Forgotten Realms. And they are having some problems with monsters in the dungeons, and we're here to clear them up, really. We got hit for 4 hit points. Very bad. Let's put that in our hand as well. Now, daggers are throwing weapons only in this game, so of course well, actually, you know what? We probably need our thief as well to have, Vera to have daggers as well in the end, or something of a thrown weapon. We can't open this door, and there's no obvious way to open it, with some other means, but there are some other doors here as well. Nice one. There are problems with this game. Like, one of them is that it's super irritating to use ranged weapons. Because they fly out of your inventory and then you have to pick them up individually. So it's like ranged weapons are for emergencies only. Gunther gained a level of experience already. Actually, we haven't memorized any spells yet, so let's maybe do that. This is Baron. We're getting a detect magic and a magic missile to begin with here, and a Melf's acidic arrow. And they can pray for spells. Saga can learn spells later on, but she hasn't yet. And Gunther then can cure out wounds and bless. He can also, we're going to get a slow poison, although we don't really need it yet. Aid can be good, and hold person can be good. Okay, so actually we need to rest to memorize these spells, but we don't really need them for this first section here. We'll rest when we need to. So we're basically trying to figure out where to go at this point, right? And here we have the first puzzle of the dungeon, right? This is to a large extent, it's a type of dungeon. And the solution is to weigh down the pressure plate so that the door is open. We have another rock here. Who's holding on to the rocks? Vera is. Ideally, we would like to pick up another fighter and put Gunther and Vera in the middle here, or Gunther and Baron in the middle, and Vera and some other ranged character in the back. All right. If you spot the difference, let me know in the comments. I in general need to know, guys, from you. Do you like this retro gaming stuff? It's something I'm really into currently. Sort of reliving my youth here a bit. Gosh dang it, Gunther, stop taking damage. So yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, it's This is actually a magical dart, I want to say. So we'll have that first here. Yeah, it's kind of it's a far cry from Minecraft, obviously, but it's also delving even further back into the old stuff than Baldur's Gate ever was. So you have to let me know how you like it. Oh, don't need to look at her inventory, maybe. There's a button here for this door, probably. But there's also an enemy. Many enemies, actually. So I just wanted to illustrate by throwing some ranged weapons here, and yeah, they end up here. We have to then pick them up manually. It's a little bit irritating, gotta say. These kobolds are not gonna move out of the way, are they? So can you please hit something, guys? Alright, there we go. So you need another dagger. What's this? So what I really enjoy about these games is the sound effects, like the ambience, we can call it. We have armor and detect magic we found, so we can then scribe scrolls armor. So now if we try and memorize on Baron, we can see that armor is added here as a thing. And armor is actually a really good spell. We might actually change our mind later and memorize one of them. Circled all the way around here. But there are some places here that we haven't explored. Such as this place here. That dripping sound is awesome. Alright. Let's see. Oops, kobolds galore. And plenty of them as well. A key. We found a key. Very nice. I like keys. And now we have a surplus of daggers, but we're going to use them, don't you worry. You saw maybe you noticed that one of my daggers flew off in the distance. Hopefully we'll find it. Oh yeah, several of my daggers actually flew off in the distance. So they missed their target, and then we have to run around getting them. You know, not very user friendly. There's a button here. We'll leave that button alone for 1 second. Okay, well, we have some unexplored areas, sort of near the entrance. I'll go back and quickly here with the keys. What was that? Okay, never mind. I'll go back here quickly with the keys It's just so much quicker. Okay. So we're at the sort of central section of the map now. It says here on the wall there's a rune, but we can't determine what it is. So we'll have to chance it and go in anyway. Okay, not much in this room, by all appearances anyway. Something with daggers? No. Okay, so we're nearing the end, so to speak. Let's just fast move here again. Now, this door to the north is actually impossible to open. There are some weird things on the levels here where I think they had to rush the game out a little bit, and so not everything was finished properly, and so there are some sections here that just aren't there, you know? You can kind of probably hack it, I think. To make them accessible. In fact, I think there is a hack out there somewhere for that exact thing, but I haven't installed it. I might do that between episodes here, because that could be kind of a new little thing as well. So we saw a stairway down there, or yeah, an escalator, a ladder is what I'm trying to say, but the door closed in our face. Also, to be specific, there is a square there that we haven't. But there is also a button here. So that opens the door, and this closes the door. Second puzzle, if we put a rock on here and then open the door, we now have access to level 2. Okay, there is supposed to be, I think, a special quest here as well. On the level here. I can't remember what it is, so we'll deal with that next time. For now, thank you very much for joining me in this blast from the past. I am the Beholder. And remember, let me know in the comments if you like this sort of retro gaming idea. Or if you don't, of course. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And bye!